our next speaker is was a famous magician when he was a kid. But then since he was young, he already know that he will become a successful businessman, which he is now. So our next speaker is, let's welcome Benoit. Give a big hand for him.
Hi, my name is Benoit. I'm French-British. When I was back in middle school, I loved magic tricks. I would go and spend time online or in specialist magic trick shops, practice them, and then show them to friends at school. I'm not that passionate about them anymore, but I was at the time. So one day, I asked my little brother to record me performing one of my magic tricks with one of my dad's old video camera. So we went out and we recorded it in a few minutes and then uploaded it to YouTube. And surprisingly, these videos got quite popular, reaching over 100,000 views. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Well, I didn't really expect this, obviously. So then I thought, if the demand is so big, why don't I start my very own business where, on one side, I present the magic trick, and on the other, I sell the magic trick explanation. So that's just what I did. I created a super simple website, set up a payment system, and I called it La Magie en Vidéo. Now, for those who don't speak French here, I think that's most of you, that means magic in video. I know it's not the most creative title, but well, that's what I came back with back then. And what really surprised me is some people were actually paying to see my videos. I mean, it seems ridiculous when I look back on it. But when I received my first order, I was like, wow, someone I don't know is actually paying to see one of my magic tricks. I just, couldn't believe it. And this made me realize something, is that even though I didn't have all the skills or resources to achieve what I wanted, simply by starting, I would figure out my way. And it's with this idea in mind that I started quite a few other businesses. So I had this magic trick business. Then I had a newspaper that I distributed in my town. I called it Les Informations, which means the informations. It's not a French lesson today, I promise you. Then I had a bread delivery service. Because in France, we have a lot of bakeries, but there's actually no such bread delivery service which exists. So, well, that's just what I did. I had a website about my town, and then I had another one where I was actually reviewing board games and then selling them online through commissions or affiliations, as you could call them. One day, I wanted to buy myself a clock with handles that go backwards. Why did I want to buy that? I don't know, but I really wanted it. So I searched quite a bit online, and it was available in France for like 30 euros, and I thought back then that, wow, this is quite expensive. So I searched quite a bit, and I found that it was actually available for cheaper back in the US. But that wasn't good enough. I continued searching, and then I started retracing the whole supply chain network of that clock. That company in the US was actually importing them from Hong Kong. And that company in Hong Kong was actually getting them from mainland China. The exact same clock I wanted to buy was available for 1/3 of the price back in mainland. So I bought it, and a few weeks later, I received it. The exact same clock. So can you guess what I did next? I was going to start my very own business, importing all these random products, which are totally useless, but that people like me sometimes actually buy, and then ship them back to France. Only there were quite a few problems. I didn't know how to build such a big website, open a bank account, advertise online, manage customers. I pretty much didn't know how to do anything essential to build such a business. There was one bigger issue though. I didn't even know how to get these products in big enough quantities. When I wanted to start this business, I was 14. And back then, if you wanted to buy these products, you had to have a bank account in mainland China. And obviously, there was no way my parents would allow me to open a bank account in mainland China when I was 14. So I had to figure out a way. And I thought what would be ideal is actually if I find someone in mainland who could buy these products for me, package them, and then ship them over to France. So after searching quite a bit, I found this website, Mulure. The idea is quite simple. You're put in contact with a random stranger, and then you communicate over text. My objective was very simple: find someone to work with me on my business, and who had a good enough English so that I could actually understand him. That's all. Only, well, you can expect it. On these kind of websites, you usually have really, really creepy people. So discussions would usually go this way. 你好，女的。But anyway, I didn't give up, and after a long, long time, I find someone. We communicated over QQ. I opened an online spreadsheet, and we started dealing with all orders this way. I still don't know anything about that person. I don't know his name, his age, his profession, but that didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was that he was trustworthy and willing to work with me. In a year, I had over 150 orders a month, had over 5,000 clients, and over 350,000 Hong Kong dollars in revenue. Most of you will have thought of starting your own business or your own project. Most of you will have attended talks about entrepreneurship or participated in business plan competitions. But how many of you have taken the next step? How many of you have taken an idea and built a business out of it? Very few. Many people give up starting their own business or project because they believe they don't have what it takes to make it. Don't overthink. Starting a business is just like jumping off a cliff and building a parachute whilst you're dropping. You might not have all the skills, all the resources to build something perfect, nor did I, and that's okay. Joining business plan competitions is just a different kind of procrastination. I didn't build a business plan, I didn't even know what it was, and that didn't really stop me. Unless you're building a pyramid or a nuclear plant, you can screw up as many times as you like. You need to start before you're ready. It's all about the journey and what you make of it. Thank you.